Hey guys, welcome back to Just Carve Rob. And you can see we got the 1 3/8 OCC knife here. And we're cutting in the ears, cutting them down. Remember how big they were? Back in video 2, this is video 3, and this will be the end of the gnome carving. And then we move on to paint. Yes, Michael, I have recorded the paint video on this gnome. And as soon as we get it all edited and put together, we will post it up for you. All right? All right. So we're just making a simple ear here. We got it shaped down to the size we want it. Then we'll take the blade and put it in the center and do a scoop cut up and a scoop cut down. Right there, you see? Got her all shaped up. Still got some more wood removal to do there. We'll get her cut in. There's our swoop down and our swoop up. Cutting down the side of the the beard a little bit. Changing over to the micro carver with a flame diamond. It's an 1/8 inch shaft, and I buy these from Amazon. I get like 20 of them for $15. All flame burrs. They're orange. The thing they come in is orange, so that means that they are the medium grit of 120. That's what my package says anyway. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We're just smoothing everything over. We'll end up running the flap sander over this guy, get them all flattened out. I don't think I showed you that. Just boring sanding. We're taking off, instead of leaving it like a flat plains carving. I like that too, though. But this guy, I want him smooth. It's smooth. You want him smooth. So I'll hit him with the flap sander and smooth them out. Now we're changing over to a coarse. This is like an 80 grit coarse diamond burr. And I'm using this because I want that hat to pop out at the bottom. Want it to look like it's squished on his head. Shop inspector, stop chewing yourself. You can't taste that good. She's over there chewing on herself. I think she's got a skin condition. She'll have to go see the doctor. Oh, you don't like that idea, do you? You don't like going to the vet, do you? No. I don't know why. Whenever she's there, they give her peanut butter, and it calms her right down. I'm like, I don't know what they put in that peanut butter, but it's not the kind you buy at Meijer's, that's for sure. In case anybody doesn't know, German Shepherds are hyperactive, which means they're more active than any other breed of dog, as far as when it comes to being a nut. I guess Chihuahuas are considered super hyperactive then. But yeah, she's got no patience for no doctors. So they give her these peanut butter things in a tube, and I don't know what's in them, but boy, she sure does get happy after she has one of them. Or 5. Depends on her mood that day. So we're carving in a little flip at the top. Instead of having this hat go up to a point, we got a gnome here that he's a poor gnome. Can't afford a new hat. So his hat's all crinkled over at the top. He's got patches on his clothes. Well, he will have patches on his clothes. He's going to have a patch on his hat. Poor gnome. He's just a poor little guy. Can't afford carbon burrs. Okay. So you can see I'm pre-marking some crinkles in his hat. You can give him a couple little crinkles in there. And there goes the patch. We're drawing a patch on his hat. Now these diamonds are like 80 grit, so they're a lot more aggressive than the small ones. Okay. There again, these came off eBay, or not eBay, Amazon, and I think that they were like, really? You gotta say that much? I think they were like $15 for 10 of them. They have a lot of different shapes, and some of them work, some of them don't, as far as the shapes go, but I try to get through using all of them. I really like the bigger flame burr, this cone burr, and then they have one that looks like an egg in there, or a football. They got an inverted cone that I like. I use quite a bit. That means it's a cone bit like this, but flip it upside down, so it's got the fat end out, and the skinny end goes towards the shaft. That's an inverted cone. Okay, so we might as well put some hairs on this guy since we're right here with this beautiful cone burr. And believe me, these 80 grit ones last a lot longer than the 120 grit ones, guys. Just some information there for you. I probably go through 3 to 1. 3 of the 120 grit burrs to 1 of these 80 grit burrs. So you can see we're cutting the beard hairs in. Make sure you don't forget under. You got to do under the beard. You got to do under the beard. And then we will cut in right there. We're going to cut the neckline in. You know, where your ear meets your jaw, or your jaw meets your ear, and then the back of your hair. So we'll get that cut in here. And we're just continually going back and recutting hairs. We will be going over this with the wood burner, but that will be at the end of the video. All the wood burning will be done. So this guy will be ready for paint. We'll get them all painted up. We're going to do some funky paint colors on this guy. He's a way out of the normal gnome. Of course, you know he's poor, so he's got to take what he can get. You know, if he can steal a green hat from somebody, that's what he's doing. So, you know, if he had to be swinging through the neighborhood and he's seen somebody's purple blouse and he had to make himself a shirt, he took it. So we're doing a little undercutting here. We're shaping that hair, getting a little rounder, making a little rounder back there. Undercutting, and we will use the wood burner to do some deep undercutting up around the hat. You guys will see if you hang out to the end, or if you fast forward, whatever flops your mop, float your boat, scoot your scooter. You know how that works. If you don't enjoy the process, skip to the end. But just make sure you hit like and subscribe and leave a comment, all right? All right. Love reading the comments, guys. And the likes help out the channel. Okay, so we're done with that. Now what are we going to do? We've got out the wood burner. We're going to spend some time wood burning here. This is a razor tip wood burner, just in case you're wondering. And we're just going to go through here and we're going to delineate. My new favorite word from Studio on the Lake, delineate. We are delineating everything. We're making it all pop out. And I will not brush. Well, maybe I will brush, but I'm not going to brush it that hard because I want these burn lines to show through the paint. So we'll be watering down our paint. And the first thing we're going to do after we get done burning this guy is we are going to go over him with a coat of Mod Podge. In case you don't know what Mod Podge is, it is a sealant. It's kind of like putting polyurethane or whatever on them, but it's water-based. And they make it in a gloss, a matte, a satin. I like the satin myself and the matte. Gloss, you know, I guess if you're going to use it for the eyes and the teeth and stuff like that, gloss works good. I've been using epoxy, 2-part epoxy, 5-minute epoxy. I've been partial to the Gorilla glue epoxy, but I was at the store and I seen they had Loctite 5-minute epoxy on sale, so I bought some of that. And we'll see how that works out. I like Loctite products. I use it a lot. I use Loctite thread lock on all my nuts and bolts, except for the screws in my head that are shaking loose. I've lost half of them, so no sense in Loctiting them, right? Okay, so we're cutting see how we're using that wood burner to undercut lines. And I like doing all the lines with the wood burner, because if you water your paint down just a smidge, these burn lines will show through, but it shows through like it's like dirt has been caught in the crevices of everything. So it gives it that antiquing look without antiquing it. So there's a patch on his hat, putting in the little threads, because you know he's a man gnome. He don't know how to sew, so he's just went wild with the thread. And we're burning in we undercut the hat with the flip over on the hat. Now we're putting a patch on his belly. You know what happens when you got a big belly? Everything you pick up rubs against it, wears a hole right in your coveralls. And we'll put little thread lines there, and then we're going to give them back pockets. I bet you thought they were going to be patches. Nope, they're back pockets. And I don't know if I showed it, but I came in with the 1 3/8 OCC knife and put I kind of took away a little bit of wood, couple little smidges of wood there to make the pocket pop out. And we just gave him a crease at the back of his trousers there, his coveralls. And now we're burning in the hairs on his face. I know some of you guys like these wood burning parts and some of you don't. There again, this is all we're going to be doing for the rest of the video. So if you don't like wood burning, skip it. But that will be the end of the video for you, because that's what we're doing, is wood burning, all right? It's kind of relaxing just to, after you get done carving. This is the final detail work, in my opinion. So this is where you get time to relax and go over what you carved and fix anything that needs to be fixed, that kind of stuff. If you think you forgot something, now's the time to put it in, because after the Mod Podge, well, I guess you could do it after the Mod Podge. You just have to Mod Podge the area that you have had to recarve or whatever. So, yep, we're just going to pull the whiskers through. And I'm not too worried about brushing his face off here, because we're going to paint the whole little guy here. We're going to paint him. So his beard will be dark brown and gray. So he'll have that old gnome look going. We put the bags under his eyes and all that stuff. And when we do the eyes, we're going to turn the wood burner way down. Way down. We're running at about 7 on the wood burner right now. Maybe 8. But we're going to turn it down to like 3 or 4 when we do the eyes, because we don't want that heavy burn in the eyes, because I think it'll end up messing up the all that carving I had to do to them little eyeballs. And we undercut the nose with it. And now we're wood burning in his eyebrows. I didn't even bother to try going through this with a knife or a gouge. I figured the wood burner would be good enough. It would put them in deep enough, and it did. So, not too worried about trying to cut those in. I knew I was coming back with that wood burner. Not too worried about it. So now we've turned that heat down on the wood burner, and you can see we're going around and tracing back in where we had carved the eyes in. This wood was a little bit on the fuzzy side, and that little bit of heat that I'm using there is cleaning up all the fuzzies out of there. It just burns them right off. That's the other nice thing about the wood burner is you get to burn all the fuzzies off. And it makes the lines a little crisper. Crisper? Crisper. Okay? So, looks like we're almost done with this video. Putting in his age lines there. So, let's say hi to Bap at I Can Carve, Jordy over at Carving Fusion, Kevin over at Sticks and Stones Wood Carving, Cleve at Cleve's Backyard Woodworking, Calvin over at Calvin and Hobbies, Evil Rick, putting in a couple patches on his front side, and all the rest of the great guys that I watch. All right. So, share, subscribe, like. See the little yellow thing down there at the bottom of the screen? Share, subscribe, and like. Please do that. If you like to buy me a coffee, I'll leave you a link at the bottom. All right? Stay awesome. Bye.